Welcome to Bible at the Bunk. Here we are in Honesdale, Pennsylvania, with our special guest, Rabbi Dr. Jeffrey Coburn, head of school at North Shore Hebrew Academy in Great Neck, New York.
Very happy to be here.
Great to have you this morning.
Thank you.
Chapter 14 in the Book of Kings describes a continuation of Jeroboam's downfall. Right, there was public condemnation of his sacrificial altars at the end of chapter 13, and here we continue into sort of like the personal prophecy of doom for Jeroboam and what will ultimately be the savage end of his family. And the chapter opens with his son becoming deathly ill. Jeroboam tells his wife to dress up and to go to the prophet Achia and bring this child. It's really interesting, first, why Jeroboam decides not to go himself, why he sends his wife, but also the sense of dressing up, right, disguising herself. The text itself actually even mocks that because it's so transparent when she does go to the prophet. What's going on here? How does this kind of also relate to other instances in Tanakh, in the Bible, of individuals dressing up, whether for like necessity or theatrics?
Well, even before we talk about the dressing up, which is definitely a repeated meme almost in Tanakh, I think you have the idea that the son is being punished for the misdeeds of the father, which now you know Jeroboam's a real king. This is what happened to David. This is what happened to Saul, kind of. When you are a king, your personal and professional kind of bleed into each other, and the mistakes you make as a leader are taken out by God on your family. Because it doesn't seem like this kid did anything, but he's the one who gets it. And to talk about the dressing up, I read this story, and I'm immediately taken back to the story of King Saul, Shaul, when he disguised himself to basically get his palm read to go to the crystal ball of the witch of Ein Dor and find out what his end was going to be, and she brought up the ghost of Samuel, the ghost of Shmuel. Again, in those days you could disguise yourself and no one would know who you were because they hadn't seen your picture on CNN every day. So there is a degree of anonymity even for the queen, the wife of the leader. But by the same token, like you said, it's a farce, and everyone knows who she is.
The whole chapter seems farcical. I think particularly in light of chapter 13 with its fairy tale-like story, the dressing up kind of extends from that motif that we see in chapter 13.
Again, I want to be the king, but I'm really worried about my kid, so I'm also a person, and I'm going to send my wife to do it. Why he doesn't go himself was a great question. I think maybe because the moms are in charge of the kids in those days. I think it's also pride. I mean, he can't be the one to go groveling at the feet of the Navi, at the feet of the prophet, because he knows somewhere deep down that he's messed up. So we'll have to see what happens next.
Yeah, well, it's interesting.
It's going to get complicated.
And his downfall is, again, through the personal and not the political.
Yep.
Thank you.
You're welcome.